name's Anthony Cole. I'm the executive chef of Chatham-Bars-Inn in Cape Cod, Massachusetts. Welcome to CapeCodFineDining.com. Today, I'm going to make a butter poached beef tenderloin. What we're going to do first is we're going to make a double boiler with just a standard sauce pot from a kitchen, and then we have a mixing bowl. Inside the mixing bowl, I have clarified butter. You could also use olive oil for this technique. It works just as well. I've adjusted the temperature on the burner so it's very low. You can see how low it is. And I have a digital thermometer with a probe inserted into the butter. You want the butter bath to be about 140 to 145 degrees Fahrenheit. Okay? We're going to add to that some fresh thyme, some bay leaves, three cloves of garlic, and some peppercorns. That can go in and just steep for a while. About 2 hours before you're ready to start cooking, you definitely want to have your butter bath heat and temperature adjusted, set and ready to go well beforehand. 2 hours before you're going to start cooking your meat, you want to pull it out of the refrigerator. This technique's all about time and temperature. We're going to gently poach the fillets in the butter, so we want to raise the temperature slowly. So we're going to take it out of the cooler, which refrigerators are usually about 38 degrees or 36 degrees. We're going to season it with some nice kosher salt. And notice I'm going to season a little bit heavy because something's going to come off when we put it into the butter bath. A little bit of black pepper. And we're going to repeat the process on the other side here. These will sit out for about 2 hours so they're not ice cold and they've started to warm up. We're going to place these fillets into our butter bath. Okay? You want them to be completely submerged. The second one I'm going to take and I'm going to insert the probe right inside, right to the very center, and that's going to go in as well. Now what I'm going to do is just watch my temperature. You can even, on this thermometer, it has an alarm. You can set the alarm. I like my filet medium rare. If you like it a little bit more, you can set it a little bit higher. For medium rare, I'm going to set it to 116 degrees Fahrenheit. For a medium, you can set it to 120 to 125. For a medium well, 135 would be fine. So this should take about 45 minutes to get to medium rare temperature or 116 degrees. Right now, since I've inserted the probe, the fillet is at 65 degrees. So we're going to gradually, over the next 45 minutes, bring it up to 116. Through this process, it's going to help tenderize the filet mignon, and it's going to give a very, very even cooking. If you grilled a steak on a very, very hot grill, you're going to get a medium rare center that's smaller, and then there's going to be all sorts of donenesses till you get to the outside. With this steak, when we slice through it, it's going to be medium rare all the way from the edge to the center. Our 45 minutes are up and our fillets have reached about 116 degrees Fahrenheit. So now what we're going to do is we're going to take them out of the butter bath and we're going to put them on a paper towel lined tray. You can see there that all the butter is still nice and clear, and basically the butter is a happy medium. It doesn't saturate the meat. You would think that, or a lot of people think, oh, it's terribly unhealthy. Well, it's just a happy medium. The flavors from the herbs, the garlic, the bay leaf has infused in there in that 45 minutes of slow cooking. I'm just patting it dry right now, and we're going to quickly mark the fillets on the grill. That's just going to give it a nice char that we normally have, but you're going to see how quickly this is going to go. We're just going to give it a couple minutes, like 1 or 2 minutes on each side, and that's really it. This grill is extremely hot, and like I said, we're only going to mark them on the grill to get a little bit of color. And then afterwards, we don't even need to let the fillets rest. We can go ahead and start slicing and plating up. So you can see now I've got a line on this side already. I'm going to give it a quarter turn to make those nice cross marks. That's how quickly, another half a minute there, and we'll be flipping them over and slicing. Yeah. Okay, now it's only been about 2 minutes total. We're going to bring this over here, and we're going to begin to plate. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to slice the beef, and notice I got it back on a paper towel here. That's a nice way of letting it rest, absorb some of the excess fat that's on there. And for this dish, I really like to pair it with celery. We've got celery in a couple different ways. Slice this up. Now this is a very rich dish. I usually serve this in multiple courses, and this one steak is probably enough for 2 people, depending on how many courses you have. You don't need a lot of beef on the plate for this, because it is a little rich. Filet slice now, and we're going to start to build our plate. We have a celery root puree that we're going to lay down. We have a nice oven roasted tomato, just slow roasted tomato. I'm going to take 3 slices. Again, it's a rich piece of meat. 1, 2, 3. We have a braised red wine oxtail sauce. We basically make a demi-glace. We slowly braise oxtail, then we pick that off the bone and we put it back into the sauce with a bunch of red wine. So this adds a really nice meaty dimension to the plate. It's almost like a nice ragu. And that's going to be a nice counterpoint to the filet. And we're going to garnish it with a few celery leaves. Some micro celery. And some sea salt. And there you are. That is the butter poached beef tenderloin with celery root puree and red wine braised oxtail.